guys, welcome to the Inspiring Minds coaching. And now we are going to discuss the second video, the second slot of the microbiology. The second slot of microbiology contains the lab technique and the detailing of anatomy and physiological property of the bacteria, or you can say it is a bacteriology. So let's discuss. In my previous video, when I was talking about the introduction to the microbiology and physiological and morphological property of bacteria, and later I discussed the question and I gave you the trick to solve next questions based on the staining method and the very important the gram stain concepts. Okay, here again some staining process will come and you will see the similarities and difference between them and how they are useful to solve the question. So let's begin. The lab technique, why I say that it is the easiest way to the crack microbiology questions, because what happen when we deal with the questions, solving it, we face lots of problem that just we see the simple things like microscopy, dark field microscopy, fluorescent dye. These all things are not same. Actually, if you know the concepts behind them, then you can imagine that the condition about which they are talking in the question, because now questions are more practical and they have the clinical concepts. So keep in mind that you are not going to get the direct questions like someone says if you observe that microorganisms in the bacteria you got this much size. No, it's absolutely not possible. So keep in mind that while solving the questions, it is very important for you to be familiar with the lab techniques and the further lab methods like media, culture, growth environment. All these things are important, or in combined you can say the ecological effect of the microbiology. Okay, in the lab technique, the first topic can include the microscopy, and the second topic, which is staining technique. Okay, in the microscopy topic, there are subdivisions like optical, phase, fluorescent, and the further you will there is division of the fluorescent microscopies. See, if you just see the topic, or you can say that whenever you see the question, why it is very difficult for you to grip over the question how to solve, because you don't know the concepts behind them. Here I will discuss the shortly only key concepts. Okay, and this will, trust me, when you will read the question, like even also in USMLE and IFM exams, then you will have the proper grip over that and proper conceptual reason behind them why they are talking about that particular method. Okay, not all method is applied over the all microorganisms. There are some differential things. So here, like microscopy contain the first one, optical. Remember that when we were in the schooling time, then we always know in the physics there was optical and optics, if I tell you more accurately, here reflection and refraction and all. So these concepts were in the schooling period and now they are going to use in our labs. What happened in microscopy, as don't forget that we are studying what, microorganisms. So microscopy, here we are going to use microscope. Always micro means we are going to investigate the small particles. So you should have that equipment which is very useful to see those things clearly, and they can give you their morphological structure or anatomical, you can say. In optic itself says that light. Okay, so it says light. Here what we use, the compound microscope. Don't be confused that I am saying it is compound and once I said light. It is not like that. Here we use compound microscope. So you will ask that what is a compound microscope. Remember that when we study the histology in the first year, then we have simple microscope and compound microscope. Simple microscope, simply you have lens and you watch something. That is known as simple microscope. But when you have objective, lens, focus, condenser, the proper aperture, I will give you the image in the video that what is the simple and what is compound microscope. So that is compound microscope. Most familiar in the classic way, we always use the compound microscope. Even you are studying a medical college, definitely there is compound microscope, and also there will be the electron microscope. But in the further high authority, high institutes which give a lots of funding to the universities, they are able to purchase the electron microscope because it is very costly. So in the microscopy, the first department is optical and light microscopy. Microscopy is constant everywhere. What optical and light, what we can see. So in everywhere I will include the three sentences which will complete the concepts. Here the content is wet or hang, drop. Drop, what does it mean? That in microscope you cannot use microscope over to visualize the lights, okay, or something in vapor form. You need it to be stable or fixed. Remember Gramstein, there you use a dye, and also the culture in future when I will tell you that there will be the culture medium, solidifying agents, all these things. That's why it's important. Wet means there is water molecule, or hanged means it is condensed form. It may be semi solid, it may be liquid form. So that is content. And here what we can observe, simply that when we go through the optical or light microscopy, so we will see the shape of the microorganisms, arrangement and motility. To be precise, what kind of shape do you know? Let me remind you that you know Vibrium, you know Coccus, you know Bacillus, you know Spiral. Okay, these kind of shape. And when we talk about arrangement, simply remember very familiar name, Streptococcus, Staphylococcus. So I will tell in after culture media again in detail. Arrangement maybe like chain like Strepto, or maybe in pyramidal form Staphylo, or maybe Diplococcus, or maybe in tetrad. Not only coccus, also they may be like Bacillus, or you can say they may be in Vibrio in arranged form, spirochetes. So all these things are possible when you see through the optical or the compound microscope in the optical like microscopy. Microscopy, you just have the sample and you are going to observe, you are going to analyze. So be clear, shape and arrangements are different, but you can't identify, because like coccus, there is a lots of variety of coccus, so you can't differentiate between them, which kind of coccus is that. Okay, so that's why it's very important for you to understand that in the optical microscopy you can see shape, arrangement and motility and approximate size of the microorganisms. Why I use the approximate? Because here in the arrangement it can be in bunch form or it may be single, but you are not confident enough to tell. That's why nowadays optical microscopy is discarded in the lab, but useful in question. When you go to the lab or you solve the question, when you solve the question, at that moment almost every time you will see the microscopy that is based on the compound microscope. Okay, so remember this for the question. Here I will tell about the second one, the phase contrast. Phase contrast, this is based on the light. Okay, and here's phase. What do you mean by phase? When you talk about the phase, there is simply means phase change, phase lagging, phase reflection, phase difference. So these things are very important if you have a little and minute interest in the physics. So there was also in if you remember that when we study about the semiconductors and optics, every time we study the phase. Here we talk about a proper environment. Okay, so phase simply means phase contrast. Contrast means something is there, you can comparative and it is bright, and it spark over your eyes and you can observe it by just looking or analyzing through the equipment, simple equipment which you have. So here we have the optical microscope. Simply you can use microscope in everywhere. In what here also my microscope is going to use, but this is one step ahead. Why one step ahead? It is based on the refractive index of the medium or the bacteria which is used. Why I talk about the refractive index? See, living object or living body is composed of lots of cells, or you can say that the cell is a structure and functional unit of the life. Cell have the cytoplasm, nucleus, cell membrane. These three things are very important and always found in any eukaryotic cell or living cell, you can say. So they have some of the morphological property, some of them are the physiological property. But what are those things which give them the basic background? Like cytoplasm have the particular refractive index. and simply nucleus. So what happened? Remember that when you study in the schooling period the refractive concept, the concept behind refraction. What happened? Sunlight comes in the daytime, and when it goes to the water, it just slightly disturb its path, like it is coming like this way. Either it should go like this way, but either it will go like this way or this way, any side. That's why you say that refractive index 1 is not equal to refractive index 2. Basic simple thing. So whenever we talk about the phase, that simply means these refractive index is very important on the behalf of living organisms property. What happened there? You use a medium like this one is a medium. Okay, here you suppose that in the pink color I am drawing the medium which you are using to stain the microorganisms, and here inside that is the bacteria, that is your microorganisms. I'm not talking about the specific bacteria, even also protozoa and other animal tissues can be can be analyzed by the phase contrast, and this have another refractive index and this have another. So what happened that when you use the phase contrast, and at that time you have bacterial cell versus the medium have different, and the bacterial cell have the different refractive index. On the behalf of the refractive index, what happened? When you use the simple light, or it may be artificial light, what happened? They have the proper wavelength, they give a different impact, like they directly pass from the this medium and this medium, and they give the a dark phase contrast. What simply you can understand that phase contrast means simply there is difference in the refractive index. Because of that, light movement or light refraction is disturbed, not as earlier. Like in general you can say like water has refractive index. Just when there is light goes to the water, then you know that is a particular path of water, path of that light rays. But when there is another thing is present like sphere or microorganisms, what they will do, their cytoplasm have the different refractive index, so that those path, you know the refractive index of those that medium which you are using, but you don't know the refractive index of that back. So on the behalf of that refractive index, what happened, that you can see there is a diversion, radiation, conversion. Because of that, that is phase difference, and you can say there is a microorganism presence. Because of phase changes, you can also observe that there is refractive index difference, and then we simply see the specific refractive index and we specify those microorganisms on the behalf of refractive index. They have a specific refractive index. So while solving the question based on the phase contrast, you should remember that they are going to talk about the refractive index changes. I have seen the question which have been asked in IFM. There was they simply use they use the refractive index. Like it is not important that every time they will say there is phase contrast method. Sometimes what they say, what I have seen that they said that there is a refractive index difference between the medium and the accompanying organisms. Like there is like animal tissue. There was a question in more specified in the pathology. You will see that in question it says that there is you are doing the tissue biopsy, and you have the extract of the animal cell tissue, and there is you have a tissue biopsy. You have a tissue biopsy, and there is an animal tissue, and there is a microbial infection. And because of microbial infection, the microbial infection can be investigated by the refractive index changes. So they ask, the question is, which kind of lab technique can be used to identify those organisms? Simple answer is the phase contrast method or microscopy. If you simply say that the microscopy can be used in everywhere. When you talk about the microorganisms, simply you are going to use the microscope. This is not the answer that when you say that you will use the microscope. You should be more selective and precise over the question. Only then you are going to get the concept behind them. The concept use retardation, intensity, and dark. I think you all are familiar with them. So just keep in mind that in optical there was shape, arrangement, and motility. This will be this here. What you will observe, leave these things because these are going to be constant here. Okay. What additional you will have? That will be on the behalf of on the behalf of retardation, intensity, and darkness. And the third one, which is my personal favorite and very important to understand the crop questions, and also in USMLE pattern, they have been asked crop and USMLE, the fluorescent microscopy. In the next slide, I'm telling you the fluorescent microscopy, and also I will give the trick. And don't worry, all these things is going to be in my bonus round when I will end the video. There I will give the comparative analysis of them. Okay, let's see the fluorescent microscopy. So now we are going to talk about the fluorescent microscopy. Here the third one, fluorescent microscopy, the third division of the microscopy is very important, and it is very mandatory for you to understand, because the concept behind them is you going to use in radiology, and also it will be used in histology, or you can say internal medicine, or you can say pathology, and very important for the pharmacological concepts. Okay, so for you it is very important to understand the fluorescent microscopy and how it is going to used in the future. That in fluorescent microscopy simply means fluorescence means that there is some ability to produce light, or you can say there is a concept behind the light emission. Okay, in fluorescent microscopy there is a fluorescent agent. Okay, that fluorescent agent produces the fluorescent light, and because on the basis of them we can recognize the particular organisms, microorganisms to be more precise. In other way, what you can understand, that fluorescent microscopy is not only important for the microbiological concepts. When fluorescent dye is all nowadays, it is very much useful in US and Western country, in X-ray, phase contrast, MRI, phase contrast CT scan. So be familiar with them, and I'm already studying this in radiological concepts. So that's why I can tell you that it is also very useful there. Okay, keep in mind that just a rough thing, the fluorescent agent have the property to mix with the living content. Actually, they made in the factories, in the lab, so they have a similar property to mix with them. And when the particular wavelength of light strike over them, they produce the particular light, particular emission. On the basis of them we can get the report. Like in pathological case, you will see in future, like there is thrombus, there is embolism, or there is some kinds of clot. So all these things we are able to diagnose through the fluorescent agent. That's why this concept is very important. So moving ahead in the microbiological concepts, why it is important in the crop questions, because most of the time when you see the questions, they say that when we do the fluorescent microscopy we found that this is this, and in the future in the question. So here the fluorescent agent produce the dye, more simple, they have the fluorescent light, and on the basis of them they have two types, the fluorochromic and the second one immunofluorescent. Fluorochromic means simply you have some kinds of dye which have ability to bind with the microorganisms. Like there is some kinds of microorganisms which is very harmful for the body, and there, like see, there is like orange color pure tissue, living tissue, and red color there is a pathological damaging tissue, or they have the microbiological growth there. And fluorescent agents, what they have a specific property, what they will do, they will go through the blood vessels. Simply just assume that I made it as a blood vessels or any vessels of the body, and they will go through the blood vessels and circulation. We give the intravenous injection, and they bind over their surface, and because of them we can observe through the compound microscope or electron microscope the structure, like they are maybe bacillus if they are bacteria, or they may be vibrio, they may be coccus, they may be in streptus form. So on the basis of fluorescent microscopy, it is very advanced and very useful technology for you to diagnose what kind of organisms is causing that disease. So fluorescent concepts, on the behalf of that, here Why it is important? I mean, why I'm telling about these things? Because fluorochroming is something which you know, or you can imagine that yes, they're the microorganisms, but you have to understand the proper human or the immune, or you can say our body response, what they are doing. So what we do, that moment we have a particular antigen antibody complex, I will tell you in my immunology, they form a conjugate. Okay, and why they will form the conjugate? Only then they can form the conjugate when there is a proper antigenic structure over the surface of the surface of microorganisms. The antigen, when antigen is specified or recognize antigen binding site, these concepts I will tell you in the complement fixation. So cascade theory, and here just to remember that immuno means antibody is going to use. Fluorescence means these property which include the immunoglobulin Ig and their property like antibodies radiate antibody based property. And this one is gold standard technique to diagnose some specific type of pathological condition in the human body. It may be traumatic, it may be chronic, it may be acute, or there also, the importance of these things, fluorescent microscopy, like somehow when you have very small damage in your body, in any part of your body, simply just like crystal of glass, even they are able to give you the exact report that what is structure and where they stuck. That's why it's very important, and it is very personally famous to the MLEs, either it is USA or either it is in UK lab. And the fourth one, you all familiar, as it name itself says that dark field or the dark ground. What use here, that is polarization and interfere in the optics you have studied in the schooling time, and I can simply say that they are not important for the other exams point of view, but they are somehow few times they have been asked in the cross questions like dark field microscopy, but they are outdated according to the IFM and the USMLEs. And the electron microscopy itself says everything. Here you can see the detailing structure, but to be more precise, I want to tell you again that not everywhere you are going to use the electron microscope. And even if you want to, if any diagnose or the lab technician want to use the electron microscope, he or she should have the proper dye or staining method. The staining method and dyes, that's why very important to understand what kind of microorganisms is that. It is very easy to see something that yeah, there is something present, but what exactly is there, that is important for you to understand. Only then you can tell that yes, this is that kind of organisms, and that is causing disease. So here the 5 concepts of the microscopy I discussed with you, and I will give you in the bonus round the compact revision. Like remember the last I told you 5 staining method and the one sentence. On the basis of them you can solve all questions of the crop. So here, on the basis of the lab technique, this is the first slot, microscopy. Second slot, the staining technique. In the staining technique, I will tell you again subdivision of them, and on the basis of them I will give you the trick in the last. Like previous I gave you, in the second you will have another trick to solve another questions. And trust me, these are the very familiar question according to the if you observe the questions from the CROC last 9 to 10 year old papers, and also in MLE questions. Okay, so let's meet you with the next slot of the lab technique, that is a staining technique, and then I will move to the bacterial property. So hope you like this video, and be precise, this is not the end. The second part of lab technique is the staining technique, which is also very important, and lab technique and staining technique combinedly give you, I'm definitely sure that they will help you in internal medicine, pathological concepts, and also histology, so to solve the questions. So be patient and keep watching this video. Like, share, and subscribe the Inspiring Minds Coaching, and we'll meet soon in the next video, where I will tell you the staining technique, the key concept behind them, and in the last, master key or the bonus round. Thank you.